Hi, my name is Dr. Jack King. I am a dentist in a small town in North Carolina, Statesville, North Carolina. Been in practice for 28 years. I've been a student at the Schuster Center since the summer of 1987, so almost 24 years now. I've been following the philosophy and the practice management advice at the Schuster Center. It's had a huge impact in my life, and I'd like to share with you some information today about mentors. And in my particular case, I've had 4 mentors in my life that have just been critical in helping me to achieve my goals and to get where I think I want to be. And so what we're going to do today is just talk a little bit about mentorship, what it's like, what a mentor is, how you might find one. And I certainly would suggest that it would be very, very wise of you to seek a mentor. Dentistry is a unique profession. There are things about it that others simply can't teach you, tell you, or talk to you about because they don't know. So what we're going to talk about today is how you might find, especially a dental mentor, how you might find someone that would be willing to help you achieve what you're trying to achieve. And as you can see, even Sir Isaac Newton was willing to say, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Most of you probably already know that the vast majority of people who succeed in life, whether it's business, sports, arts, they all have coaches, mentors, people who are willing to help them, teach them, explore their strengths, their opportunities, and help them move in the direction they want to go. And I would suggest to you in dentistry, this will be something that could be critical in your growth and development. The right people influencing your life early on will have a tremendous impact on where you wind up. I would share my own story. I graduated from dental school when I was 25 years old. I met Mike Schuster when I was 28 years old. And there is no question in my mind that his mentoring of me has helped me get to the place I am in my life, which I'm very content with and very happy with and very pleased to have gotten here at this point. So the quality of the people and the quality of the advice you get from your mentors will actually determine to some degree where you wind up and especially how quickly you get there. I think many of us, we're probably going to wind up kind of where we wind up anyway. But if we find the right people and we find these people early in our careers, we're going to avoid a lot of mistakes and we're going to get where we're trying to go much more quickly and perhaps even with a little less distress in our lives. So a dental mentor. And I think that a key concept of looking for a mentor, you're looking for a mentor because you really want to be better at being a dentist. You know, you want to be excellent. You want to provide the very finest care that you can provide for your patients. And we all know you have the basic skills when you graduate from dental school or even a residency, but you really learn a lot in those first few years that you practice. So if you can find someone that will help you understand what that transition is like, it can be very valuable. We would suggest to you that finding a dental colleague, a dentist, someone who actually practices dentistry is very, very important. I think what you would want to do is look at this person and say, you know, do their values seem similar to mine? Are they living the type of life that I think I'd like to live? Do you admire and respect them? Once you get to meet them, you know, you're gonna have a sense, is this someone I admire? Is this someone whose advice seems to ring true for me? And then, are they living the type of life that you expect you would like to live after you've been in dentistry for a while? Where might you go looking? You know, I didn't have a clue. I just happened to fall into a couple of places that turned out to be human beings who turned out to be great mentors for me. But as we discussed it, we thought, you know, one of the first places you will go is to your local dental society meeting. And I met a number of people in my town who were very happy to help me talk about some of the issues that I dealt with early on. If you join a study club, you might run into a colleague who's a bit older or a specialist or someone who might have no vested interest in it other than they want to try to help you. I actually had a person on the dental school faculty, even though they had never practiced in private practice, they were able to help me work through some of the technical issues I was facing as a young dentist. And again, In dentistry, you probably know this, but you may not have thought about it. There's the technical aspect of dentistry, but there's also the business and communication aspects of dentistry, and you're going to need to find somebody to help you in these different areas. The last place that you might look is a professional performance coach, somebody who does this for a living. There are pros and cons to that. Maybe in the beginning you don't have the money to invest into that, but I can promise you at some point that can be an incredibly valuable place to go for help. All right, as you start to talk to, interview, spend time with your mentors, here are a few things you might want to think about. When the mentor or when the senior doctor, whoever it turns out to be, when they give you advice, do you feel like it fits who you are? You know you have a certain set of values. You know you have a picture of what your life should look like as a dentist. You have an idea of what you want your practice to be. So as you start to hear and listen to this person, you want to ask yourself, does this advice feel like it fits my life, who I am, and the direction I want to go? And if it does, chances are you have chosen wisely, young man, young woman. All right, and what I absolutely believe is most of us have an intuitive sense as to who is there to help us and who is there to take advantage of us. And if your gut tells you this is a good and decent human being, this is someone who's trying to help you for your own sake, you can probably trust that. I know we can never trust it 100%, but I really have found in my lifetime my intuition, my gut feeling is generally speaking very, very accurate. So, all right, what might it look like? We have no idea. Every mentor-mentee relationship is going to be slightly different, but one of the questions is, when are you going to meet? You know, are you going to go to their office? Are you going to ask them to come to your office? Are you going to have breakfast together? Certainly, what questions, what things might you want to discuss? There will be technical questions. You know, dental school gives us a minimal preparation, but there will certainly be technical issues with doing dentistry you'll want to know. Business, how do I pay taxes? How do I do payroll taxes? Things like that. There will be personal issues you'll want to ask about in related to how you're going to live your personal life. And there are just a lot of different things, and you may need more than one mentor. You know, I had two technical mentors, a business/personal mentor, and a spiritual mentor. You know, I had a lot of problems, so I needed a lot of mentors. And then you certainly have to pay attention to what is this person going to be willing to discuss. You know, some people will want to hold things closer to their vest. Some will be very open. And so it's just a matter of trying to feel that person out and get a sense of what they're willing to talk about. And then there's lots of different ways to communicate. You guys know this better than I do. I'm an old guy, so I'm a face-to-face type of person, enjoy talking to people one-on-one. Telephone, that's okay for me. I'd much rather do it one-on-one. Email, chat, you know, texting, Skyping. There's all these places. But chances are most mentors you're going to get a great deal of value out of sitting down one-on-one and just discussing what's going on in your life. So again, what's your destination? What's the picture you have for your practice? And then what's the picture you have related to what a mentor should be? And a great little quote is, you know, a relationship without a purpose is at best a friendship. And we all want and need friends. A mentor relationship is different. A mentor is there to reach a hand to you, to help you move along the path that you've set for yourself. And you will find when you start practice, you will have problems, unless you are living in another planet than I live on. You will have problems, and you will not know what to do. So that's where a mentor comes in. When you've identified, hey, I got a problem and I don't have a clue, what a mentor can sit down with you and do is say, tell me about the problem. Tell me what kind of goals you'd like to set around the problem, be it financial, be it technical, whatever. What goals do you have? Let's talk about how you might approach this. What's an action you could take? Let's see where that action leads us. Let's get some feedback. If it works, we'll celebrate. If it doesn't work, you know what? We'll create another action plan. Because almost all of these problems can be solved. But I'm telling you, I sat in my office and tried to figure them out myself for about 2.5 years. And I just wound up at the end of a long, quiet, lonely road. So I would strongly suggest that you go out and see if anybody's going to be willing to give you a hand. And you know, you might ask yourself, why in the world would anybody be willing to do this? But I can tell you, these doctors are out there. And many people who enter the dental profession are people who really do want to help people. I mean, a great motivator for a lot of us who went into dentistry is because we felt like we could help people. So there are doctors out there who really want the profession of dentistry to remain a profession, to have high integrity, high moral values, and to do our best to help people. There are those of us who just want to give back. We just want other people to not have to make the same mistakes that we made. And again, a lot of dentists genuinely, from the bottom of their hearts, care about others, both in the profession and out. One thing you will want to consider as you look at mentors, there will be mentors who are in the herd, and there will be mentors who are not in the herd. And you'll want to decide, is the advice that you're getting something that's consistent with where you want to be? If you decide you want to be in the herd, there's absolutely no problem with that. But if you decide, like I did, that you want to be outside of the herd, then you have to look for people who can help you along those lines. Do you really want to be in a drill, fill, and build the insurance practice, or do you want to practice with the patient as the center of your model? Do you want to be able to practice with love and compassion for the patients who come to see you? I would choose that much more than I would ever consider the drill, fill, and build. Technical courses. Do you just want to learn how to slap some porcelain on people's teeth or stick some titanium into their bone? Or do you really want to look at the whole patient and consider how you might serve them in a comprehensive way? As you look for people to help you with your business, do you want somebody who's going to help you focus on more patients, busier, or do you want somebody that's going to help you design a practice that has the greatest profit margin? Equipment. Do you have to have everything? Do you got to have this? Do you got to have the CERAC? Do you got to have the laser? Because all of those things cost money, and you can provide exceptional patient care with just what you need. So enough might be enough, and especially early on. And then the last thing, staff. Do you want a huge staff? Do you really want 19 people you got to take care of? Or do you want to have really significant relationships with a few people that can help you achieve your goals and your dreams in taking care of patients? So beware. There might be a few people out there that might not be the best mentors. So while there are mentors that truly will have your best interest at heart, there might be some people that will present themselves as potential mentors who really have something else in mind. And this is somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but nonetheless, beware. Be on your guard. Your sales representatives, they do want you to be successful. There's no doubt about it, because their long-term relationship depends on you being successful. But they also make money when they sell stuff. So let's pay attention to how much of what they tell us is something that we really believe that we need. The wrong practice consultant. Again, if you have somebody whose primary motivation is to come in and help you produce more and more and more without making certain that what you're doing is consistent with your purpose and your values and your belief system, you might be getting advice that's not going to work for you. And then again, advanced continuing education. Do you get a sense as you go and take these classes, is this someone that really just has a business here and they're trying to generate my next visit or the next time I come back? Or is it a training facility where they are trying to help you create the type of practice you're hoping to create? So my sense is, and the reason my sense is this is because it's exactly what has happened in my life. At age 53, my life and where I am right now is directly related to the advice that I received as a young person, the decisions that I made, and the actions that I then took. And I believe the same will be true for many, many of you. You will live a life that will be directly related to these things. And I would just encourage you to go out, find someone that you trust and that your gut feeling says, this is a person who can help me. And my belief is you will get where you're going much faster and with much less distress. So thanks for your time. Hope this has been helpful.